what's up, everyone? It's Autumn and Phil. We're back for the 8th episode of Cape Talk, and this is a kind of a cool episode. It's a departure from what we've been doing.
Yeah.
There's no spoilers, but we're here to discuss all the news with Warner Brothers and DC and kind of what they're doing for the extended universe.
Yeah, it's been an interesting week and a half where like exclusives are coming out and like you know rumors are being debunked and like, oh, we're gonna have a Joker movie and we're gonna have a Harley and Joker movie and 3 Joker movies. Like, why do we need so many Joker movies?
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to swim our way and get our way into making sense of it all.
Yeah.
So I mean, it started off pretty much with.
Yeah, let's run down the true rumors that we know
Yeah,
for a
I mean,
fact.
yeah, for a fact. I think it all started with the Joker origin movie.
Mm-hmm.
And how that, I think it was Deadline. I might be wrong, but let us know if we're wrong. So,
It was Deadline.
It was Deadline,
I know that
right?
for a fact, yeah.
Yeah, you wrote the story, so I think you would know. But they reported that there's going to be a Joker origin movie that doesn't have Jared Leto as Joker.
Right.
That's all they said.
They
that's
literally
that's
well, no,
all
they
said.
They said that, and then they said, well, DC's going to launch their own standalone franchise of movies. And the Joker movie without Jared Leto is the first
Did
one.
that come out after
No,
the
that was in the
initial
same
report?
story because they didn't explain themselves, and that's where all the confusion was.
I thought that's why the confusion was there. Because there was no explanation. Like, there was just like, there's going to be a Joker origin movie with no Jared Leto. And it was like,
and they were like, it's
why?
it's the first of DC's initiative to launch like more standalone movies that
Okay.
don't connect to the extended universe. And then everyone's like, wait, what the fuck? Like, it doesn't make any sense. What about Gotham
'cause
City
then
Sirens? What about Harley Quinn and the Joker?
Well, didn't that like also in that same report that the Batman wasn't going to be Ben Affleck?
No, that was
No?
a different
Oh,
report.
we're just getting all mixed up.
There's
See, this
so
is why
much
this is
happening.
confusing.
This is why we have to break this down.
Right, this is okay, so that's where it started, right? So that was that. And then, so people, like you said, were wondering about the Harley Quinn movie and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Because then THR, the Hollywood Reporter, said that it was going to be a Harley and Joker movie with Margot Robbie and Jared Leto. And initially, they said that it was going to replace Gotham City Sirens.
And they got that wrong, right?
Yes. I don't know if they got it wrong, but they didn't explain themselves. Or someone else came up and this is all crazy. But anyway, so that's pretty much everyone started saying like, what's going on? You know, this is not happening, whatever. And, you know, also THR, I believe, was the one that said that Ben Affleck wasn't going to be Batman, which got everyone into a tizzy. And like,
which has
what's
been going on for like weeks.
That's been a rumor, but like obviously he's in Justice League and he's supposed to be in the Batman movie.
Yeah.
So, you know, they said that in the report as well, and they kind of like deleted it afterwards, and they announced like a correction after. So all this stuff happened like one day. Yeah. Like literally, the Deadline report was in the morning. The Hollywood Reporter was like lunchtime, and we're like, what's going on? Like, you know, David Ayer, the director of Suicide Squad, was attached to the Harley Quinn movie, which was supposed to be Gotham City Sirens. And now it's still going to be Gotham City Sirens, right?
It's still happening, yeah.
But it's like, I guess, another movie with the
Harley
Joker.
Quinn and the Joker.
Yeah, so I presume...
With Leto.
With Leto, yes.
Yeah.
So it's like... And Margot Robbie. So we're going to have, I guess, the Gotham City Sirens movie first. And then that's going to spin off into Joker Harley. That's what I would think.
I have no idea. Like, that's something that we don't know still, you know? I don't know their production schedule. Everything is coming after Suicide Squad 2. They've apparently fast-tracked that. But at this point, I'm just like, because Jeff Johns is on Twitter and he's like, he's laughing with, you know, other directors from Marvel, like, oh, misinformation, can you believe it? Like, just because these news sites are going off so little. And, you know, I actually appreciated a report from Mark Hughes from Forbes. And he really, like, laid down, you know, what's true and what's not. And, and basically what, Phil, you just laid out is what we know for a fact. Yeah. You know, and then we're kind of forced to just speculate from there what order they're going to do this in, what it means for the future of the extended universe. Clearly they're trying to, in my eyes, trying to separate themselves from, like, the Marvel expectations of all this continuity, you know, because that's really what's kind of, I feel like, making DC, like, I don't want to say fall behind, but not as popular. Because, like, Marvel has all this, like, perfected continuity and, like, everything kind of makes sense, but DC has never really been able to achieve that.
Yeah.
And like I feel like fans are going into with expectations of like Marvel kind of perfection in that area, and it's just not working.
And they're trying to like catch up too fast. You know what I'm saying? So that's why like Justice League is here already, and and they're gonna spin off until everyone else's solo movie and blah blah blah. I think the confusion is that Warner Brothers and DC haven't really, laid out their plans like Marvel does. Like, here's all the movies with their release dates, and here are the movies that we want to do. Mm-hmm. They just pretty much was like, here are our release dates with no movies attached to them. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to fill in the blanks. We're like, okay, we know a Batman movie's coming. We know Aquaman movie's coming. We know a Green Lantern movie's coming. Now, supposedly, the Gotham City Sirens movie's coming, and then a Joker origin movie, and then the Harley and Joker movie, and a Suicide Squad 2.
And then on top of that, having no idea how these movies are going to relate, number one, if they are, and also the prospect of a standalone kind of banner.
Or banner,
How... Like, is that going to mean that there's going to be less focus on the extended universe as we know it? Like, what happens after Justice League, The Flash? You know what I mean? Is DC just going to completely switch to this kind of standalone plan?
I mean, their animated division does it really well.
They do it phenomenal.
Where they have two separate things. They release like 2 or 3 movies a year, and one is their connected universe, and one are their short one-offs. Killing Joke and other stories, right? But so they do them side by side, and I guess you could do that in movies too. Sony is trying to do that with Spider-Man, right? Obviously, they have a deal with Marvel to have Spider-Man part of their world.
Right.
But now they announced a Venom movie that, from all reports, has nothing to do with Marvel Universe or the Spider-Man universe. So, and so they're launching their own, like, I like to call them like a creator-owned banner. That's not the big two. That's just like, we're going to do our own things and tell our own stories with these characters. Right. Which, you talk about Mark Hughes from Forbes said that that's a good idea. Where it's like, let them be more creative. Let them get more free reign to tell stories. Mm-hmm. And not be bogged down by continuity and how it fits. In my personal opinion, that's what I like about DC. Is that they kind of, Marvel's great and I enjoy all their productions, but DC has this kind of special, like, we're going to take a risk and we don't really care if it's not received, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, Batman vs. Superman. Say what you will about the movie, but, like, that was an ambitious movie to begin with. You know what I mean? To launch the universe, really. Yeah. Like, it was an absolutely, like, insane idea. Batman vs. Superman, like, are you kidding? Yeah, now we're getting, Wonder Woman spun off of that. Right. She was introduced in that movie. Yeah. And that's now going to go into Justice League, and that's going to introduce Aquaman and Flash and Cyborg.
And then behind it, you're introducing, like, the whole, like, mythology of, like, Darkseid and everything like that. And Apocalypse. Like, it's the amount of stuff that they really, like, capture with that movie is insane,
Yeah, that's what makes, like, DC Comics so huge, Marvel's trying to expand their universe by going to space. Right. And I guess DC is trying to do the same thing, but, like, on a grander scale. Because, like, you're going from Zod, who's a bad guy, but like not very well known, to Darkseid, who's like the ultimate bad guy in DC Comics. It's like him and the Anti-Monitor back to back. Right. And Darkseid is way more menacing, and we won't probably get him in Justice League. No. It'll be down the line. Like, we're getting Steppenwolf, who's pretty much his like lieutenant or whatever. Yeah. But like you said, like, you're laying the groundwork for the New Gods and all the stuff that goes along with that. Especially since they're going to launch the Green Lantern Corps movie, too. Yeah. So now you're expanding space, and that's where they are, and all the stuff that goes along with that.
I'm just, like, a fan of creativity and risk-taking, and, like, I think Captain America Civil War is a perfect example for me about what I dislike about Marvel. I love the fucking movie. Who doesn't like it? It's an enjoyable movie to watch. Like, but, like...
the best MCU movie.
It didn't take any, like, huge jumps for me. It didn't really hit home as like, oh, like, this was a crazy concept and it came to perfect fruition. And it wasn't like, I'm going to take a huge risk and, like, hope that fans, like, really understand where I was trying to go with this. And that's the problem with Marvel for me, is that it's become too mainstream and almost, like, Disney-fied, that it's just, like, I love it, but I don't like it at the same time,
Like, I liken that with Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. Yeah. Where it was its own thing. Like, you knew, like, they had little nods to, like, everything else. Like, you knew this was part of the Marvel Universe. Like, with Thanos being introduced or whatever. So, but they did their own thing.
Yeah.
And as much as I kind of like the sequel, you can tell the tone is so different, where you can see that there was more hands-on from the studio heads, and like, okay, we got to start making this more Marvel, like how it's been. That's no better way to say it. You know, that's pretty much how I felt. And like Winter Soldier is a great example. Yeah. Where it's a sequel, but it did its own thing. Right. And you know, Black Widow was there and Nick Fury was there, but that made sense because it's S.H.I.E.L.D. You know, it made sense in the story, and it did its own thing. And whatever, plot holes aside, like, you know, DC's going to hell, but where's the Avengers? You know, like that makes sense, but in its own story, it's fine. And that's why, you know, having these creative standalone movies makes sense, and like there's no like chains to bring them down. Like, okay, you need to explain this. You need to explain this.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't have to explain anything.
Yeah.
It's its own thing in its own world, really. It's almost like the Netflix series. Yeah. Where they're like technically part of the MCU, but literally have nothing to do with it. Yeah. And it's never mentioned ever in the movies. You know, it's fine that way, really. Like, it'd be cool to have them in like crossover, or like someone show up. It'd be cool. It would be cool. I would not mind having Robert Downey Jr. showing up at the end of Luke Cage and giving Misty Knight her
still stuck version on that, 2. Phil. Still stuck on
all that. Gold, by the way. Yeah. I swear to God, if it's silver or like yellow and not really gold, I'll be so upset.
That's too funny. But it also I feel like it just DC is at this like point right now. Yeah. You know, and like they're launching this streaming service next year, and like these plans just kind of raise a bunch of just bring to front all these questions about where DC is heading. I mean, what are they going to put on this streaming service? Everyone's wondering. You know what I mean? Is it going to be exclusive for their animated movie lines? Like, for example, like The Killing Joke. You know what I mean? And how all these moving pieces are going to relate, because, for example, a lot of the rumors were that the DC TV shows would be available next day on the streaming service, but they just signed a deal with Hulu to do it live. You know what I mean? So it's still like all these pieces don't really make sense, and I think fans are just wanting answers and like confirmation, and DC hasn't confirmed anything. You know? Yeah,
I mean, I feel like Marvel does the same thing. Like, they don't tell people what they're doing. You shouldn't tell them. Exactly. But they have enough goodwill with the fans from all their good movies and TV shows that they're like, okay, yeah, we trust you. Yeah. DC still hasn't had that yet. Like, obviously the TV shows are great, but the movies, you know, Wonder Woman was their first big hit. Right. And hopefully Justice League is the second one. Yeah. They definitely need that. So if they start building and getting a momentum, then that, you know, they'll get more goodwill from people, and like, okay, we trust you. Go ahead and do what you have to do. But like, they're gonna be criticized every step of the way until that happens, right? Because of the missteps of Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad to an extent, and even Man of Steel. You know the problems with those movies. They're like, this is not the characters we love. Yeah. And, you know, and you can like, you know, all the reports are out there that, you know, Jeff Johns is now heading this up, and Wonder Woman was the first project he was really involved in, and all that stuff. And you can see like maybe something has turned. Yeah. But you still don't have the goodwill with people. Yeah. So. It's
also like it's this hype culture problem in general, which I think is kind of dampening a lot of like creative, you know, putting creativity first is dampened by this hype culture where, like, for example, Marvel's Inhumans is a perfect example. Whether or not it's bad or not is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is, people are forming all these strong opinions before they even see like 2 minutes of the goddamn thing. You know what I mean? And before you know it, the whole internet is like, people who don't even follow Inhumans in the comics want to have this really strong opinion and demoralizing the actors and creative team, and it's like, it's hard, it's tough as journalists, you know what I mean, where to draw the line between that, like, between critiquing and hating. You know what I mean? And I feel like this hype culture is just focusing on the latter, and it's less about actually explaining yourself or why you felt a certain way or why you dislike that or how it could be better, you know? And it's like, I feel like if you're on the other side of that, on a creative team, or you're an actor, like, how do you deal with that? You know? I mean, there's always been negative reviews, is always a thing, but this is to another different level. Like, before they announced, you know, Fast Track Suicide Squad 2, Gotham City Sirens, Jared Leto Joker, no one knows literally anything about this movie. Nope. And they're like, oh, well, like, I don't want to see another movie with him. Like, God, like, he's so terrible, typical blah, blah, blah.
Warner Brothers DC, they're, like, not knowing what they're doing. And a good example was, and I'll tell you that when Ben Affleck was cast as Batman. Yeah. Holy crap. And I was the first one would be like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible news.
Yeah.
Well, but was I proven wrong? I liked his rendition of Batman in Batman vs Superman. I think he's really good.
Yeah.
And as like that old, like grizzly,
reserved.
Yeah, like you know, I've been through a lot of shit lately and like my whole life, and I don't want to deal with anybody. Yeah. Like that's like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. So you know, a lot of people turned on that, and they were like, oh okay, yeah, he was pretty good. Probably one of the better parts of Batman vs Superman. So, but that goes right into your hype culture where it's like, we know nothing about anything, and it's just like, okay, this is what we're doing. And like it's not even DC or Warner Brothers coming out and saying they're doing this. It's just like, oh, we have someone from the inside who knows what's going on. Yeah. And everyone's like, what the fuck?
I know.
But like they don't even know.
Right.
You know, it's like those people that they get it from, like they kind of know, but they probably don't know everything. They probably heard it from someone else or someone email.
The goddamn movie's not even gone into production yet.
Yeah,
like,
this is what I've been doing while I was looking down. I'm looking at my phone and I'm like, what are the dates for the next DC movies?
Yeah,
so after Justice League in
Justice League's November, right?
Yes, November.
November's gonna be a great month.
Oh, with that and Thor.
Is Thor November as well?
I believe it is.
November's a big month for.
I think that's the end of the month. Yeah. July 27th, 2018 is unknown. It was originally Aquaman. I get this from Denna Geek. I'll shout him out. Denna Geek has this, and it's updated in August. It was supposed to be Aquaman, but Aquaman was pushed back to December, so...
December 2018?
Yeah.
So over a year.
Yeah. So July, we don't know. What's that? And that's soon, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is Suicide Squad 2.
Or the Batman movie.
Do you think they're already done filming that?
No.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
See, December is Aquaman. December 21st. Then Shazam on April 5th, 2019.
No.
That's what it says. That's what it says here. Again, Denna Geek. Look it up. June 14th, 2019 is unknown. And they think...
What about the Justice League Dark live action?
This used to be Justice League 2, was June 2019.
That would make sense.
But now it's not known. But this is apparently about to change. Director Zack Snyder would like to take on another project. Okay, I know people will be happy about that. It's also possible that this could end up being the Gotham City Sirens movie. Then Flashpoint, which has no date. We just know it's happening.
Yeah.
And
see, to me, all of this is just irrelevant because it's all up in the air.
Yeah, November 1st, 2019 is the date. We don't know. Could be Man of Steel 2.
I thought they were done production with Aquaman.
No, I think they had some delays. December 2019 is Wonder Woman.
Second one.
Yep. Wonder Woman 2. So that's over 2 years.
What is Suicide Squad gonna be? The second one?
I don't know. I hope it's a little more grounded though.
I hope it's got just way more Deadshot. Like, you know what I mean?
Deadshot and Harley. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Green Lantern Corps in 2020. Oh, I love Green Lantern, and we gotta wait all the way to 2020. They gotta do that right. They do. And Nightwing is announced, and Batgirl, we don't know these dates. Suicide Squad 2, Justice League 2, Black Adam, Joker origin story.
So many.
Joker and Harley Quinn movie. Booster Gold.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, Deadshot movie, no.
Justice League
Sandman, Lobo. Yeah. Dark Universe, yeah, that's the Justice League Dark. Yeah, so go ahead, talk about Justice League Dark.
I don't know anything about it.
Well, we know the news that the reports are that execs did not like it.
Yeah.
So they didn't like the script, I should say.
Well, the animated movie wasn't very...
I kind of liked it.
It was okay.
I liked it. The action was pretty good.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we have Justice League Dark, which is Constantine, Zatanna, probably Swamp Thing, and all these people. Pretty much the magic corner of the DC universe. Right. They're supposed to have a movie. A lot of people were attached to it. They don't like the script.
Interesting.
And they're starting from square one. So that's going to get delayed a bit.
Yeah, which is fine.
That's fine. Cause,
Justice League Dark animated movie was like not even 6 months ago, I thought.
I saw it, I think it was early this year.
Yeah.
So maybe six months.
I love Constantine.
And they got him back to do that, too. That was so good.
Like the guy, the same...
Yeah, Matt Ryan.
They got him back for the live action?
Oh, no, for that animated movie.
Oh, yeah. I was like, you just made me smile so much. He's so amazing.
I want him to like show up on like Legends of Tomorrow or something.
I think he is. That's been confirmed, I think.
He wasn't even in the trailer though.
No, well, why would he be in the trailer?
Why not? I get mad people hyped. You get people hyped for that.
I'm saving it for mid-season.
I want him to have his own show again.
There's rumors of that it's going to be on the DC streaming service. I mean, maybe it's just by rumors. I mean, fans just not stop.
That'd be
talking
cool
because
then they can like actually do it right, and you know, the NBC show like really was bloody and like
it was
crazy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But and that's why they had to push it to Friday at like 10 o'clock at night or whatever the fuck that dead hour they had.
Did you ever finish watching it?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
I think
it was a shame because it was like, just when it was getting really good, boom,
that's what
canceled.
I heard. Yeah, I watched like maybe the first half of the first season, and it just
wasn't it like only half a season before they canceled it.
No, it got through in a full season.
8 episodes?
Oh, yeah.
That's a full season? 8 episodes?
I don't know how many episodes it was, but I thought it got into 2 seasons.
No, I'm going to look this up.
I think it's 2.
No, I think it's half 1.
No.
If it's 1, then it was like 10 episodes.
Not half of 1.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Do it. Yeah. I think it's 2 seasons long.
Let's see. Constantine, NBC.
While you're doing that, I'm hoping that the DC streaming service will also start doing fuller episodes of Vixen.
Live action or
like,
the
no,
animated?
Like it can
That's
be
a
animated.
lot, though.
Like 30 minutes.
13 episodes.
They only do 6. How many seasons?
1.
Oh.
13 seasons. I knew it was only 1. 13 episodes, though. 2015. It doesn't seem that long ago.
Yeah.
Shame. He was good.
He's phenomenal, yeah.
And just when they were getting into, like, the meat of the plot.
I always liked Constantine better than, like, Doctor Strange.
Because he's an asshole.
That's true.
Doctor Strange, I mean, he was an asshole when he doesn't become an asshole anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot going on for DC and their movies, and everything's up in the air. And we're gonna get after Justice League. I would hope we'll get the next movie like that. Was it July 2018? I think it's Batman. Personally, I think that's like I think they want to get Ben Affleck's thing done.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
So they want Batman done, and then Aquaman in December.
I hope it's got like a Logan type vibe, you know?
Batman?
Yeah.
I would love it to be... What storyline would I want?
I want to know what Batman eats for breakfast.
Why?
You know, Bruce Wayne. I want to know how he likes his eggs. I hope it's like more of like a Bruce Wayne kind of a thing.
Oh, like Benedict. Eggs Benedict or something.
I want to know like what Batman does on the day to day. You know.
Have you seen Lego Batman movie?
No. Should I?
Yes. It's hysterical. And you get those answers. He's like lobster or something. I don't know. It's funny. Anyway, it's a really good movie. So yeah, that's the Warner Brothers stuff.
That's pretty much it. I mean, did we touch on all of it?
Yeah, I mean, we said we kind of like laid out what they wanted to do and like trying to get through all that stuff. But like, so who do you want to see as like the next Joker then? Like,
I have no idea.
We're getting a Joker origin movie. Like we need one. I don't know why we need one, but fine. I have no idea who would be cast.
No idea. Yeah.
I mean, they went outside the box and got Jared Leto, so I didn't think that was even a thing.
Like he was a thing, you mean?
No, like him even being up for that role was like, I never would have thought they'd bring him in.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense how he does his acting. He's not a bad actor.
Right.
And I didn't mind his.
I didn't think it was as terrible as everyone says. Yeah, I didn't think.
I think people just didn't like the look.
Yeah, it kind of looked the whole.
Yeah, the look. It was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I don't know. What other standalone DC movies you want?
I mean, I'm a sucker for Booster Gold, but I will see him. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough question to answer. I mean, I would definitely love Gotham City Sirens if they could do it right, you know.
But as a standalone movie or as part of the extended DC universe?
See, I don't know. I'm wondering if the point of this standalone thing is to kind of separate Justice League cast with the rest of the universe. So, like, continue the Justice League and anything that relates to the Justice League, but then have a place for all these characters that fans know and love to just not relate at all. And I'm thinking that might be the strategy. You know what I mean? Because, like, Marvel, they never have, like, a complete standalone. You know, even if they have some random movie, they're connecting into the Marvel universe somehow. And I feel like DC's standalone strategy is just to
have the Justice League thing, you know, all the characters that are associated here, and then have like another separate little like, you know.
So a cast of the Batman, cast of the Flash.
What's for the standalone franchise? I don't think they're gonna include those characters.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
But like, so you want Booster Gold? I think Justice League Dark would be a good one, standalone.
I wonder why they haven't done like Arrow on the big screen.
That could be a good standalone.
You know, they've really stayed away from him.
I mean, with the movie being so TV show being so popular.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that didn't stop him from doing the Flash, but the Flash is like.
He's like a major character.
He's a major Justice League character. That makes sense.
People are talking about what it would be like if like the Watchmen joined like the DCU.
In the movies, no.
Yeah, that's what people were talking about that because like
I don't want that
because the Doomsday Clock #1 and then some graphic designer like mashed it in with like the Watchmen stuff and everyone's been
like that. I wouldn't want that at all.
It's too much.
It's fine in a comic book form because comic books is comic books.
Yeah.
But like in this movie universe, you're like, no, it makes no sense.
Yeah. I would love to see like, I mean, whatever happened to like Static or Black Lightning, you know?
In the movies.
Yeah, like there was supposed to be a Static movie with like Jaden Smith or something.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's popular enough. A Teen Titans movie would be cool.
They already have the live action show happening.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Because they're already doing a Nightwing movie.
DC needs to separate from like repeating like shows and movies with the same characters, you know?
Well, that's why you have Teen Titans. Like, I mean, yeah, I know. Is that gonna be on a streaming service?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of like what's going on. I have like movies that are like more grounded, like not Superman stuff, not necessarily Batman stuff. Green Arrow's a good one.
Because that show has to end in the next few years. Like
Arrow?
Yeah, it has to. Like, you think
As
it's
long
gonna
as they
go
wanna
supernatural status?
Maybe, as long as the actors want to do it. I don't see why not.
I think it needs to end before it gets, you know.
Bad.
I think shows need to end. Like
You don't like the 20 seasons?
Fuck no. Fuck no. Like there's
Simpsons,
a time.
like the Simpsons should have been done like 10 years ago. 20
well, that's
years ago.
different because like it's like you don't have. It's not a consecutive thing.
True.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
But
oh man, what other characters do I want to see?
I would kind of like to see a show about non-superhero heroes.
This is a great book I recommend to you. It's called. Oh my god, I'm gonna look it up now. It's like about the Gotham City Police. Yeah. It has nothing to do with Batman. I mean, he shows up once in a while.
Yeah.
But it's about like Renee Montoya and Bullock and those guys doing like fighting like metahuman people without Batman because Batman's doing something else.
Yeah.
Oh my
that would be dope.
That's a great book.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta look it up now. It's called Gotham. Oh my god.
I'm also low-key excited for Krypton because I think it's gonna have the production quality of a movie.
I hope so.
I think it is.
I mean, I already told you I don't like that part of the universe.
Don't listen to him, everyone.
Yes, listen to me.
No.
Because I think Superman is boring. Let's see.
He is a little boring.
Oh, Gotham Central.
Gotham Central. Okay.
Right. Let me see. Yeah, this is like Gotham Central. $100 on Barnes and Noble, the omnibus.
Damn. I'm hoping DC includes like a streaming, like in their streaming service, because they call it a digital service, that they have digital comics available. I hope they have a premium membership and like a regular one. The regular one, you can just watch the TV shit. The premium one is kind of like a Marvel Unlimited situation where you can also have access to all these digital comics. I think that would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that's funny that you said that because like I have Comixology Unlimited, and since Marvel's been on it, like I've been reading like old Marvel stuff. And like I'm currently reading Kevin Smith's run on Daredevil.
Oh, nice.
It's actually decent.
Is it good? Just because it relates to they're doing in season 3, doesn't it?
What I'm reading doesn't not right now. No.
No. Okay.
Like I just started it.
Yeah.
Did he write that one? Kevin Smith.
The one with his mother.
It was called Born.
I don't know.
Born Again.
I don't know.
It's called Born Again.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ever since the Netflix, let's put it this way. I never really liked Daredevil before the Netflix series.
Charlie Cox is amazing.
Like, the show made me like, oh man, this is pretty cool. Like,
yeah.
he's a good character. Like I love his like fight with like religion and stuff like that. Then that's like really interesting.
It is.
And like the comic books that I'm reading with Kevin Smith like dives deep into that.
Really?
And I'm like, oh man,
Interesting.
that's like really crazy. Like spoilers, like where I'm reading.
Spoiler for like a 20-year-old comic. Yeah.
Like I'm reading like I forget what it's called, but it's like it like the arc that I jumped into, like him and Karen Page were like really deep into a relationship. Like they were like living together, and like she left.
Ooh.
And like this is where it picks up, and he's like really like down.
Aww.
And it's like, oh, I don't believe in God and stuff like that now. And it's crazy. And like he wants to hook up with Black Widow, and apparently they had a thing. I don't know. It's pretty cool. I highly recommend it. It's pretty good. Look at all this stuff. Where's my books?
I'm still trying to think of DC characters that I would like to.
Oh, it's called Guardian Devil.
The thing is, they in their lineup or their rumored lineup, they have every fucking character you could ever, you know. They have Shazam, for God's sake. Like,
Yeah,
you know what
I mean, there's so many characters. Like I'm trying to think of like the animated series, just like Unlimited, and all those characters. And like, who would I want to see? Like in their own movie, like Green Arrow for sure. Like I love some of my favorite episodes from that series was him and Black Canary.
Oh God.
Oh, and The Question.
There's rumors The Question is coming into the 6th season
Of Arrow.
Yeah.
I like it.
Are you down for it?
I'm down for that. Well,
Yeah,
which one?
You know,
which one? The original?
I don't know.
The guy or the girl?
The guy.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah. But there's also, I feel like that would be a good opportunity because they didn't get into the Black Canary thing on the show, really. Like, there was never that true Black Canary, Green Arrow kind of a thing. Like, there was, but there wasn't.
Yeah, like they were together, you mean?
Right.
Yeah, they were like, there's a Black Canary there, but
they were never, like,
really
team. They never, you know what I mean? There wasn't really much, like, team Black Canary, Green Arrow action, you know, as just
because there's so many other people now.
Right, yeah.
That's the thing. Like, if it was just the two of them, like that's why I liked it when it was just him and Sarah.
I would want, like, a straight love story, like a love action story of a Green Arrow and Black Canary, like, on the big screen would be just amazing.
A romantic comedy?
Yeah. Not a comedy.
Why not? They're pretty funny.
Like,
Ollie
romantic action movie.
Ollie could be funny. Don't let
He can be dry. He can be dry funny.
No, like in like every other iteration of Green Arrow, he's pretty funny.
They said they're gonna lighten him up a little bit.
They have.
Yeah.
But like, have you watched the Justice League series?
Yeah.
Unlimited? In those episodes, he's funny.
Yeah.
He is pretty funny.
He has some good one-liners for sure.
Yeah, those are really good.
Yeah.
Hawkman.
That would be cool.
A movie about them would be interesting.
Who would play Green Arrow, like, you know?
In the movies? Mm-hmm. There were rumors about, like, Chris Pine, I think was rumored for it.
Oh, fuck no.
But he's not doing that, obviously. Unless he wants to double duty. They have the guy from Sons of Anarchy. I forgot his name, Charlie something.
I wonder how young he'd be. Yeah, but
it depends on how young they want to make him. If
I'm
you want to make him like
why
a 30
they haven't.
girl.
I wonder if there's like backroom plans for it, or why they haven't done the Green Arrow thing. You really think it's just because the show is so successful?
I mean, I think they're trying to just get their big guys up and running.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. And then like how Marvel does it, like they got the big guys up, and now they're like Ant-Man and Doctor Strange and
Fucking
Black
Ant-Man.
Panther.
He's
Adam
ridiculous.
would be interesting.
Black Adam?
No, the regular Adam.
Oh. Yeah.
No.
I don't know. It's hard for me to speculate because I could never make a movie that's good, so... You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck am I to have suggestions? Like...
I'm just a fan, you know?
Yeah.
No, I'm just like we're just throwing ideas out there, because why not?
No, yeah, for sure. Black Canary and Arrow, I think, is my top. But...
I agree.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Shazam. Apparently there's going to be, like, 2 actors.
It has to be. It has a kid and an adult.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. We're going to have a Black Adam movie, too. With The Rock. The Rock. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. No?
He's going to be good. Anything with The Rock is decent. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like, he's not the best actor, but he's entertaining.
He's, like, he never makes anything. Like, that show Ballers, I don't like it, but I like The Rock. You know?
Yeah, you don't like the show? I like the show.
I don't like it.
I think it's pretty funny.
I think it's...
Is what?
It's just too much, you know.
Too much? Is it because you don't like football?
It's just that's probably it.
Oh, okay.
Like
I mean, football has like really little to do with it. That's the funny part. It's about like just, you know, guys who can't stay faithful.
Yeah.
And backroom deals and stuff. I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know. So just to wrap it up, what was your original reaction when DC announced the standalone line? Like, what are you thinking? Like overall?
Like it's too soon.
You think so?
Like, can we like get this up and running first?
The Justice League shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, can you like get your universe straightened out before you start doing this stuff?
I wonder if DC planned to announce this or if it just leaked.
I don't think they planned.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Like, I gotta go back at the deadline report and like who he got it from.
Yeah.
Like it was just a source or something. Then you're like, yeah, they didn't mean to do
They
that.
need to keep their shit under wraps.
That's
better.
hard though.
Yeah.
Because people are like, I want to be the hero and give all this information out. People need to know.
I don't know. When I first saw it, I'm down with it. There are all these stories about the Joker like gave us the movie that we never wanted, but that's pessimistic.
That's shade at our own writers.
Well, it's a journalism's job, you know what I mean? Like, no shade, but like, if you feel a way, you're entitled to feel that way. But
no, I know. Like, I feel like the Joker. I mean, I guess because he's such a big name that's who they want to start with.
Yeah.
But like, I wouldn't want to start with that. A villain. No.
Yeah.
You can start with literally anyone else.
Yeah, but you gotta wonder how seriously they're pursuing it, like, you know, because that report didn't indicate literally anything, and like you said, it looks like it was just a leak. It wasn't like DC, or, you know, informed the reporter of any real information about it.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to wonder, you know, we still don't really know. It could make a lot more sense down the line after we get the Suicide Squad 2.
It could have been like a thought
Quinn
that
thing.
the higher ups were throwing around.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the source was like, I don't like this idea, let me leak it out so they'll back away from it.
Oh, wow, you're going far with that.
I'm just saying.
That's true, though. I never thought about that. Like, that's
I feel like that's why not. I'm like, oh shit, I don't like this. Like, this is terrible. Let me leak this out so the public backlash will have them back away from that plan.
Wow.
I don't think that's what this. I don't know.
That's a crazy idea.
I wouldn't be surprised if that doesn't happen, you know.
That probably happens these days. I never thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
I
think it happens in wrestling a lot. It does. Everything goes back to wrestling. Where, like, they leak something out and then the public backlash and it never happens.
Yeah. That's
because it's like, oh, okay, maybe let's not do this.
That's classic what's happening with the comic book industry. Like, fan service,
so.
You know?
Yeah, it's like, let's give them what they want.
Yeah.
Even though it might not make sense.
DC is just taking the opposite strategy. Like, fuck fan service. Like, we're doing a Joker movie whether the hell you like it or not.
Because everything involving Batman makes money.
Yep. But... yeah, any closing thoughts? I don't know. I'm down with it. I'm down with this.
No, I'm not against it. I think it's too soon, but you know, I wish them the best of luck because I love DC and I want them to do well because Marvel needs competition. Yeah,
they need something to challenge their strategy because on this continuity, this universe stuff is getting old, don't you think? Like everything is always like, every story is like, is it gonna connect to this? Is it gonna connect to this? The prospect of Easter eggs are becoming like not Easter eggs anymore because it's basically just plot. You know what I mean? There's like no differentiation because we're getting these people interested in these comic book arcs that don't read the comics. You know what I mean? So everything just seems to be taking like a mainstream continuity like push and everything, and it's getting old to me. Like I said, that's why I didn't really care for Captain America: Civil War as much, and you know, Spider-Man was great, but there was too much of that Iron Man stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
agreed.
So I just really think that DC. I never like to pit it like, oh, like this is DC's way to get back at Marvel because they're not, you know what I mean? I'm sure that those, you know, Jeff Johns has a really good relationship with Kevin Feige. That's his name, right?
Yes.
Like, so, you know what I mean? I never like to put it like that, but...
no, competition breeds better content.
Right.
You know, if Marvel's just monopolizing everything, they're not being pushed to do better.
Right.
We could just do whatever we want and you're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
You know, if DC's up
and humans.
Leave them alone.
Like,
that's probably the next episode, even though we might not watch it.
I think I'm gonna watch it.
You think you're gonna watch it?
I don't think I'm gonna do anything else this weekend. So.
Are you gonna watch it tomorrow?
I was thinking about tomorrow because tonight I kind of just want to go home. So we'll see. And I didn't bring a sweatshirt, and I hate going to the movie theater without a sweatshirt.
Because you get cold.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like.
Where do you go see it?
Well, it's
normally.
It's not playing. I usually see it at like the theater near me a few blocks away, but it's not playing in many theaters in the city. It's playing. The closest one is down 2nd Ave. I'm like, damn it. You're telling me I gotta go all the way like to Midtown? I'm like, fucking shit.
Like if we were going to work, I would be like, all right, fine.
Well, the Battery Park near work is really nice. They're not playing at that IMAX theater. Damn. So yeah, it's kind of there's only like 3 theaters in the city. It was telling me like, oh, the closest one to you and my in Brooklyn is like Jersey City, and I'm like, what the no, like there's no theater in Brooklyn except down in East New York.
I would suggest we both go together.
Oh, you want to go? I'd be down. Yeah.
I gotta figure that out with my parking situation.
Your parking situation.
As we said in our work chat today, we're like, I have to figure out my parking. This is why I'm like never in the office.
Where do you usually go to?
What do you mean?
What theater?
Oh, near me in the Bronx.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna ask you to go up there.
Well, I don't know if it's playing up there.
That's true.
That's
true.
The thing. Like
that's
I was looking
right.
at the map and I'm
like if I could like just drive to the movie theater.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. I don't care.
Yeah.
But like if I gotta take a train into the city, that's like. I gotta make sure my car is not gonna get a ticket.
Bougie, Phil. Driving to the movie theater. Damn. What a luxury.
The only way to go. Oh man. Well, we'll figure it out off camera.
Yeah. So on short, next week we're gonna be reviewing probably the episode of reviewing the Inhumans, and I'm thinking about doing a little Facebook Live for my first reactions after the theater because I think I'm gonna have a lot of them. What?
So, I'm gonna do a Facebook Live because I'm gonna have a lot of them.
Yeah, like,
none of them good.
I've heard that Maximus is really good though.
Yeah, so. early reactions from the premiere were.
Yeah.
I mean, mixed, I guess. You want to call
I'm
it
pissed
that.
I didn't have a New York premiere because I like wasn't trying to pay, but it's okay. I'll show my support. I love the Inhumans. So.
I love the Inhumans. I want them to do well, but we'll see. Hopefully.
All right, guys. Well, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. I guess that's it.
Yeah, we've been kind of mumbling on for like the last 15
I don't even know how long
minutes,
this has been, but whatever.
Yep. Yeah, we didn't have any questions today to answer on the Facebook Live since it's the first time we did it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys ever have any questions, feel free to tweet at us at Player.One, or you'll see our handles at Autumn Noel Kelly and Phil Martinez. We'll put those right in the summary for you as well.
Yeah. Or if you want to put them in the YouTube comments, we'll hit those up too and check them out. So be sure to let us know what you think about DC and the Warner Brothers, and if you're excited for Inhumans or not.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and check out the Player.One Facebook. We're going to see some more Facebook Lives there, the Twitter, the Instagram, and actual website where we write things. Yeah.
You should read what we write.
Read.
Yeah.
Yes, we enjoy making these videos, but we want you to read.
Yeah.
We like to write, so.
You like to read, really?
I like to read, too. I like to read some of the things we write.
Imagine that. You like to read and write. All right, guys. On that note, we'll talk to you next week. And
Until then, bye.